Welcome to my channel Explained by me. Today I will explain the series part 1 named Clickbait. Spoilers here, watch out for the series. Nick's family is shown at the start of the series. There is going to be the birthday event of Nick's mother. They were all excited. Suddenly, Nick's sister Pia starts showing her anger. Because Nick had replaced the gift of his mother. And he had not shared about this plan to Pia. Then Pia thinks that it will be the plan of Nick's wife Sophie. And Sophie has committed it deliberately. So Pia begins to show her anger on Sophie. Nick infuriates Pia, seeing it. And he asks her to leave the house. So Pia feels irritated by this. After this, she moves to a club and takes too much alcohol. After a bit, Pia talks with a boy on an app. That boy has revealed his fake name. While his real name is different. They are still talking with each other, then Pia's mobile is dropped into the toilet. Now Pia thinks to repair her mobile. She puts her cell phone in a box and closes it. Next day, Pia is working in the hospital. Then Pia's friend shows her a video. When Pia watches that video, it does not belong to anyone but her brother Nick. He has caught a signboard. He has stated on it, "I have abused a girl. I will commit suicide if this video crosses 5 million. First of all, Pia was taking it as fun. Then Pia comes to know from others while asking that her brother named Nick is really missing. So Nick tells the wife named Sophie about this video. So they both move to the police officers. Going there, Pia meets a detective. And he is the same boy with whom Pia had talked through an app. Who has given his fake name. Now that detective interrogates Nick both about. And he consoles them, "We will soon discover Nick." Then Pia says to the detective to delete that video. At first sight, this news is spread throughout the city. The views were also increasing on TV with it. Afterwards, Pia's cell phone also began to work. When she checks her mobile, then she comes to know that her brother Nick had sent her a voice message last night. Where Nick was asking for an apology from Pia about the incident last night. Nick tells her that there was something continuing in my mind. And I also wanted to share it with all of you. Now Pia has also noticed that Nick has been behaving strangely for many days. And he was also worried about something. Whereas, Pia had tried her best to talk with Nick about it. But Nick had revealed nothing. After this, a new video of Nick also appeared. At this time, there was written on the signboard that I had killed one of the girls. But Pia observes, this handwriting does not match with Nick's writing. It was clear that Nick had been kidnapped. And someone was manipulating Nick. But those detectives were suspecting Nick. Then Pia is provoked on this and begins to infuriate. But it didn't affect them and they were listening quietly. After this, Pia tells Sophie about that voice message. And she says that we should inform the police station. But Sophie forbids her while saying, police are already suspecting Nick. And they may be caught in trouble by this voice message. Now police were doing nothing to detect Nick. So they had to do what was needed to do. So Pia moves to her friend in order to ask help from her. Who is a computer expert. Because he had a lot of knowledge of computers. Pia's friend makes software. He was trying to search for Nick with the help of people. Pia's friend reveals to her that we have known after checking both videos. That both videos have been made in the delivery van. At the same time, Nick's friend approaches there. After this, they both go to the detective together. Now they try to track the delivery man. Pia checks that views are increasing very quickly. And the video has 5 million views. Meanwhile, the detective tells Pia that we have found a van. Now they check that van while going there. Because Nick is not there. Now Nick was missing from there. And there was on knowledge about him, so the sergeant said to them, "Now we will tackle this case like a murder case." Then that detective says to an agent, "Let me work in this case." But that agent directly refuses to do this. After this, they go to check Nick's room. Where that detective gets the iPad of Nick. Using it, Nick's son was trying to track him through an app. The area in which they track Nick. They mark that area through which they come to know which area is suited to track Nick and which area is unsuitable. After this, the detective tells Pia, "I am not handling this case but that agent." He says to Pia, "I want to help you but I cannot." Now that detective tells the sergeant that I have got messages from the cell phone of Nick's son. It has been cleared that there was some disturbance between Nick and Sophie. And there was a dispute between them on any matter. Sergeant tells the detective that Nick's family has requested that you should be included in this case, so you can also work in this matter. Next day, Pia receives the message from that detective, because she wanted to show him something. And she also reveals to the detective about that voice message. When that detective asks Sophie about it, she says that there was no clash between me and Nick but Nick and Pia. And who knows that he was discussing this in his voice message. Then that detective asks Pia about it. Then Pia tells him that it was a minor dispute between siblings. Then Pia also tells him that Nick visited the hospital exactly after the day of birthday, because he was injured and someone had beaten him. When that detective checks the date, then he comes to know that Nick had visited a bar that night. After it, the detective checks the CCTV recorded video, going there. Detective knows through it that Nick had a dispute with a man in a bar that night. That man had beaten him. After that, the detective also shows this footage to Pia. Detective tells her that this man may be suspected. Who knows, that man may have abducted Nick. Afterwards, the detective tells the agent, if we overlook the area of traffic, there is still an area left in the city. It has not been discovered by us. After this, these people move there and start checking that place, where they discover the body of Nick, but he was no more. Then the detective reveals to Pia about the death of her brother. Now they wanted to detect the murderer of Nick. Later, the detective checks the private account of Sophie, where they find the photo of a man with Sophie, who is her friend, and this man was not anyone else, but he was that person who had hit Nick in the bar. So the detective and that agent asks Sophie about it. Sophie tells her that he is my friend. He was a teacher in my school as a colleague with me, and I met him 6 months ago. Then Sophie tells her mother that the police suspect that my friend is behind this crime. It is his fault if he has really committed it. Later, Sophie sends a message to her friend. I want to meet you. Then Sophie goes to meet her friend. Sophie's friend reveals here that I had been called to meet by Nick. And he tells a lie here that I have been beaten by Nick. Then police reach there and leave after arresting both of them. After this, the detective and agent begin to interrogate Sophie. Then Sophie tells her, we were not only friends but also beloveds. Later, I told Nick about this relationship. I had also broken up with my friend. But my friend was damn serious about this relationship. So he was aggressive after the breakup. Detective and agent tell Sophie here that we have checked your friend's computer data. He was tracking Nick. If we get evidence against your friend, then your relationship will have to be exposed before the public. Sophie did not want her family and kids to know about her relationship. It is revealed on the coming day that Sophie's friend has been arrested in this case. Now Sophie forbids her children to watch this news. Pia begins to doubt Sophia on this action. So Pia investigates Sophie about this. What is going on between both of you? Sophie says on it, it was just my mistake. And I had shared it with Nick and we both were trying that. This matter may be resolved. Meanwhile, Nick's son hears the conversation between Sophie and Pia. He leaves the house in anger. After it, Sophie goes in search of his son. Then Sophie notices that a lady is chasing her for a long time. Then Sophie catches her. That lady says, my name is Emma and I was in a relationship with your husband. And we had met through an app and your husband had revealed his fake identity. At the same time, Sophie receives a call from Pia and she says to her, your son is with me. After Sophie also comes to the house of Pia, Sophie tells Pia that I had encountered a lady, and her relation was with Nick and he had introduced with him on an app, where Nick had revealed his fake identity. Pia checks the fake name of Nick, but that profile was active. But Pia restores that account with the help of her friend. Now Pia tells Sophia that Lady Emma was speaking the truth. There was a relationship between Nick and Emma in reality. After this, the time of 6 weeks ago is shown. If you want to watch the next part of Clickbait, then you can subscribe to my channel.